Hey, it's day 89 of 100 Days of Drawing and Doing, and man, if you're in the Midwest, this was like the coldest Halloween you probably ever experienced. So, did that today with the kids, took them out trick-or-treating. We got around the block once before we went back and hung out with some friends. It was lots of fun. Kids enjoyed their costumes, they got lots of treats, and I finally got to get back to where I'm staying to do some drawing. As I mentioned last night, when I was drawing the orc or inking the orc, the pen went out, and there was some. I thought I could still make it work. And I was pretty happy with it, but something else came up today, and I realized that I drew him with the wrong weapon. Something was changed in the project, and I had drawn that guy a long time ago when we were doing had a different direction going for him, and I need to update that. So there really isn't any good way that I could save the inking. So basically, I've got to go back and repencil that guy, and at least that portion of it with the new weapon, and then go back to ink. But you know what? It's good practice. It's good to do it again. So I purposely didn't bring my sketchbook with me or pens or anything because I wanted to try something different. So I got this software called Sketchbook Pro recently, just the demo version, but even with that, it's still really powerful. And I brought my Cintiq and my laptop, got it all set up, and that's what I played with today.
So I didn't really draw anything specific today. It was more just getting a handle on the software and getting used to working on my Cintiq again. Something I noticed big time with this was that the touch that I've developed with my pencil and paper, just a really light touch to do my initial underdrawings, it didn't work here, and I'm not entirely sure if it's a driver issue or not, but if I basically, a lot of times when I draw with a softer lead on paper, traditionally, I will basically just let the weight of the pencil determine the mark, and then I'll move my hand around, to make it what it needs to be. But on here, if I do that, if I just let the weight of the pen on the tablet, nothing happens. I have to start pushing, and I did start to get used to that, as you can see here in this next one. Basically, it's still just a lot of scribbles here, but I started to get a little more comfortable with the tools and what I could do, things like that. I actually have used Sketchbook Pro, I think it was, 10 years ago. I think I had the first version or a demo of the first version. The first version that I actually owned and really got to use was version 2, basically right when it was getting bought up by Autodesk. Anyways, it's a great program. Even back then, it was designed to be used with just a stylus, just a tablet rather. Photoshop, it's great to paint with. It's super, the amount of things you can do in that are just mind-boggling. But this is very strong as well, and even more so if you want to be able to work in a tablet workflow and not have one hand on the keyboard all the time or some hotkeys. This program is just amazing because you can very quickly change tools, undo, all sorts of other things with a couple strokes of the stylus, and basically never leave the drawing environment. It feels a lot more natural, a lot more what I'm used to.
So that's what I did in Sketchbook Pro. It was pretty cool. I look forward to using it again. Tomorrow I plan on working on reworking that orc character, coming up with a new weapon, and I'm going to do it all digitally. I'm going to do it in the Sketchbook Pro. I really want to start moving in that direction, being able to feel totally comfortable in digital environment. And so one last thing. I promised you I'd tell you or give you a little more preview on what I'm doing with that orc graphic, so here it is right here.
As you can see here, it's going to be a t-shirt, so an orc shirt. I did this graphic originally to be pinback buttons. I can't remember if I mentioned that before, but I was going to do a bunch of those, and I might still do that, but I came across this really cool website that lets you do t-shirt designs and sell them on like a kind of like a Kickstarter almost. People can pledge, and if enough people back it, then it will get made, and everybody gets shipped their shirts. But the best part is, as the artist, you don't have to do anything as far as production, dealing with shipping or anything. You just put it up there. If people want them, they order them, they get them. Everybody's happy. So I'm going to be launching that in a couple days, and I'll share more about that later. All right, guys. See you next time.